Good morning, it's Toraph Moses. It's Monday, July 6, 2020. It's another hot and humid day in the city. Steaming hot, quite frankly. So to aid us in our meditation, I have my, I was about to call it shungite, amethyst, and my rose quartz. These two crystals or stones will be placed nearby the camera, acts as a unconditional love conductor and protector, as well as my chunk of amber, which is great for purifying and transmuting energies and protection. And then I have my selenite wand. I'll be using this tool to channel my perceived higher self and possibly others, benevolent, good beings that want to participate in this meditative channel. So today's focus meditation is to, the objective is to replenish any lost or siphoned spiritual energy and reclaim those energies back into this avatar, as well as get some more information from my perceived higher self and the learning soul, the being known as the Toraph female, unnamed, and we'll take it from there. This broadcast will be very spontaneous, and we'll make it as lucid as possible and just surrender to the 0 point. So to start, I would like to bless my water with this amber. So just bless this water, fill it with unconditional love. I love you, water, and I fill this water with positivity, and I would bless this water to cleanse out anything that no longer serves this 3D avatar. So we're going to wash away any impurities. Now it's frozen. Oh, there we go. It's frozen at the cap, so I guess this heat will help to melt it. Okay, so now that I got myself wet, we're just going to ask True Benevolent Source and the people of the Toraph to safeguard and monitor this channel and meditation. And we would like to call on the elements. But before we do that, let's just calm myself, get myself in a serene state of mind. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I know the windows are open, so there's a lot of ambient disturbing noises, but we'll just move past it. I have sage and a chopper burning. Unfortunately, I didn't light a candle, so I'm just gonna have to use the sun. And on that note, I like to call on the element of fire. We have Helios burning bright in this clear blue sky. We had for the last 2 days or 2 nights a full moon, and now Helios is here with us. And we ask the element of fire to burn away what no longer serves this being known as Toraph Moses. And we request to utilize the cosmic rays of the sun and its fiery energy, and we create a whip constructing a cocoon of cosmic flame energy that envelopes this 3D avatar known as Toraph Moses as a barrier and protector against any spying or siphoning parasitic entities that feed off auric energies. We will utilize this fiery energy as a barrier against it. I like to call on the element of the air, surf. We ask to also borrow your cleansing air of breath of life, and as a funnel, a vortex of unconditional, purified air made up of love, balance, and peace of the self and peace for the earth. We amplify in conjunction with the fire as a cocoon of the two elements. We would like to blend another element, and which is the element of water. I have a water aquarium tank filled with tropical fish, plants, and I'd like to harvest or sample this liquid water and create a dome of liquid water to amplify and blend with the elements of fire and air. Thank you, water. Thank you, air, and thank you, fire, for your participation. On that note, I'd like to call on the element of the earth, our Earth Mother. We thank you for your work protecting all life, all fauna and flora alike. We ask you now to help us create this shield of earth energies, commingle with your other three elements, combining these four elements into one being, a balanced being, and the earth is all of the above. Earth, water, air, and fire. We commingle this four elements with my Toraphian energies, a cosmic gold energy of unconditional love, creation, and heart. We open up our heart space as a beacon to all benevolent, positive beings, both galactic and elemental and etheric beings. And we welcome you with our open heart space to be present in this meditation. We ask you to share your heart space with us as confirmation you are of good intent and good intent only. service to self. I'd like to ask the Earth Mother at this time to aid us in biolocating our inner self, our higher self, the learning soul, the unnamed Toraph being within us. We ask her to step forward so we can commune with her and learn from her through question and answer. We also invite and request our Oversoul, this cosmic etheric being, the unnamed source-like being, shaped as a nebula cloud of vast cosmic energies and infinite wisdom. We ask these two beings now to step forward in this current now moment and request you to share your heart space with us as well. Thank you. I did feel that heart space. I'm encased in this cocoon of cosmic rose flame, gold and yellow rose flame energy. It's shaped as a cocoon and is pulsing like a heart. I ask the learning soul, the Toraph female within us, these upcoming days and weeks and months will be truly trying some for the masses, specifically the starseeds that have volunteered and reincarnate in this era of great transition. This being known as Toraph Moses is beginning to understand the complexity of the cosmos and complexity of beings that are tenders to different quadrants or galaxies. However, he's beginning to also understand that these tenders get lost in their mission. How do I put it into a simplified word? They get lost through their managing and controlling, and become lost in it. They revel in their newfound power through control and scare tactics to control the masses or steer various masses of species in a specific quadrant or galaxy to conform to their ideologies and ways of being. As a result, it stagnates these beings from evolving through learning and experiencing through learning. It stumps their growth with all of these limitations and constraints. And I'm not saying all galactic tenders are doing this. or have this mindset of power and control. Nevertheless, the specific origin of the earth is such a space and such a place where the masses, the human species, Homo sapiens, have been stagnated, stifled, and stumped from their evolution through endless eons of control and domination and oppression. However, with these growing energies of culminated from the fifth dimension and the grand central sun, these cosmic energies have awakened the human population at various degrees, while some have not been privy to the happenings of late and stuck in their own holographic timeline of fear, anger, frustration, and war and violence. This being question is, does the Galactic Federation, rather the faction or the breakaway group, the self-service to self group, do they want to integrate with this evolution mindset of all sentient beings, or they would rather continue their endless blight of power and control over the human population? What is your answer? Can you elaborate and explain your thoughts on it, please? I ask the learning soul this question, or pose this question to her. I am waiting for a response from this higher self. There are many thoughts of learning throughout the cosmos, and many beings have their own ways of perceiving their reality and how they perceive other sentient beings as well. However, one commonality of school of thought throughout the multiverse, omniverse, and super omniverse is no one has dominion or supreme control over one species or one life. There are rules, you see, universal rules as you humans put it. And anyone steps beyond those rules will be acknowledged, will be processed and evaluated for any crimes that you, in your human terms, would consider crime against humanity. However, these galactic beings that you are referring to, the Federation, yes, there are breakaway groups within the groups within the groups, subdivided within its own fraction. The agency overall is compartmentalized as a higher galactic federation, and there also is a middle ground and a lower part of the agency. However, each of these three tiers also branch out, creating its own breakaway system and ideology. Some factions are service to self, and they do not side with the human evolution. As I mentioned before in our last sessions, they are viruses that also are controlling and addiction and a power virus, wanting more power, wanting more control, wanting more dominion. These are all viruses. And some of these Galactic Federation beings are infected with these viruses. So there's a division or a split amongst the Galactic Federation because they do not side with these ideologies. And they do not believe life should be stifled or stagnated, dumbed down, or oppressed. What happens off-planet impacts the surface world of your planet Earth. And whatever happens on the surface Earth impacts the inner Earth, Agartha, and other cities in the Hollow Earth. So it's like a ripple effect, a wave that reaches out to the other quadrants or galaxies throughout the multiverse, super omniverse, and beyond. What is called for is a restoration of balance, the merging of the two polarities, positive and negative, transmuting it into one being, one thing, one entity. This is what's called for. The United Galactic Federation has to be whole again. The Earth and all of its population, human and non-human alike, also have to come together and unite and become one, merge as one. No longer dualism is needed in these times of great transition. Thank you for that answer. Just to piggyback off of that, let me also add, and I'm questioning my higher self. These two fractions, service to self and service to others, are they at war with each other? As some sources in some galactics that I have sought out and found out that these two factions are fighting amongst each other in the Federation. Is this true? Yes. They are warring amongst each other, causing negative ripple effects to your Earth and the rest of creation. Okay, for that reason I asked my higher self, how will this balance of restoration of balance, what is that? How will that happen? Who will make it happen? Who will make it happen are the beings that are doing it. the beings that are creating all of this chaos and unbalance, this divide, this separation of self, are the people that are participating in creating it. The chaos that comes from off-planet and in-planet are created by the beings. Therefore, you must stop what you're doing and find other solutions to the problem, if any. The friction caused by infighting only creates more negative friction. The only thing that can stop it is through forgiveness and unconditional love. There is no power. There are no ships coming there to stop the fighting. There is no hand of God that would slam the earth's surface with its mighty fists to shut people up in your words of human way of thinking. There are no heroes coming with their swords and shields of bright light. No. Each human and each Galactic Federation agent must come to the realization to look inward, to look at that mirror of the self and see what it's doing is not for the highest good of the self and the rest of creation. Through these acts, then and only then will there be a settlement and a start of a harmonious, peaceful earth and quadrant throughout. Thank you, higher self, for that answer. I'd like to ask my higher self and my cosmic source self to help me burn away what no longer serves this 3D avatar. Lately, he's been receiving negative thought forms of the Cabal and the Cabal fractions on planet and off planet, including the Galactic Federation, and their manipulation and tampering with systems here on the planet, creating more chaos as never have been before in history of humankind. All of these negative energies in the last couple of days has been very disruptive in his thought patterns. These negative energies, he requests you to help him remove any implants, any etheric implants or alien technology devices. And we ask our higher self to scan and remove these devices, these negative etheric energies that are blocking him to access the higher self, the higher essence, and all of its wisdom. We ask true benevolent source as well to help us remove these tiny microscopic technologies and etheric energies that no longer serve this being known as Toraph Moses. And we ask him to have a clear sight, clear vision, a clear voice, a clear heart, a clear mind, and a clear body. We align our chakras. We reactivate our chakras, and we welcome these new energies from the fifth dimension. We welcome energies of the higher realms as well. And we request to integrate our Toraph energies with our cosmic source self into one being at this current 0 point moment. Just to take a sip of my water. We thank you for helping us restore our energies, replenish our energies, as well as remove what no longer serves us. To close this channel, I would like to thank Helios, the sun, our Earth Mother, Surf, the air, and water, for your participation, true benevolent source, and the people of the Toraph as well, and all of the galactic and elemental and etheric beings present in this meditation. Excuse me. As I close this channel, I do have a final thought that I would like to explain. Cottonmouth. The importance of inner work, which is acknowledging your encumbrances, acknowledging your past traumas, and resolving them, and rectifying it, and releasing it in the current 0 point now moment is most essential. In doing so, you will be able to access your designated higher self, the higher self that chose to volunteer and come to the earth to learn through experience. Your cosmic self has all the answers to the universe. To unlock your higher self is to surrender what no longer serves you in this current now moment. I urge everyone that's listening to this podcast, this meditation, to find a way to make time to look inward and rediscover who you truly are. I am Toraph Moses. Thank you for listening to the sound of my voice. End of channel. Again, I would like to ask True Benevolent Source, and the people of the Toraph, including my higher self, to reclaim any lost energies that was accidentally siphoned or taken during the meditation, and we request to reclaim these energies back into this 3D avatar. Thank you. Mm. That was good. Although I couldn't stop hearing the drilling, but I did move past it spiritually. So thank you for listening. Bye.